Hello, this is OJ DeJonge Principal Mike Hart. Welcome to our OJ virtual tour. So as you come to school on the first day for our in-person learners, walkers and guardian drop-offs will enter at the pool doors, and we'll show you where that is here in just a second. Students that ride the bus will enter at the bus loop doors, and we will have staff available at these locations to help you find your way. We'll have maps available for students. You will get your locker in your first hour class. Lunch will take place during your third period class, and we will definitely have staff available to help guide you around the building and find your classes throughout the first day of school. Students that are dropped off will enter the building from the Donald C. Baldwin pool doors. Families will enter the parking lot from Tinkham Avenue and drop their student off. And here are some pictures of what that looks like. Students that ride the bus will enter through these doors at the bus turnaround. Once students are in the building, they have a couple of different places to go before school. All students that are eating breakfast will go to the North Gym. The North Gym is directly across from the pool and easily accessible by the pool doors. Students that ride the bus on the first day of school will walk down the main hallway where they enter into that cafeteria gym. All of our other 8th grade students will report to the main gym, and all other 6th and 7th grade students will go to Peterson Auditorium. And how students will get there is there will be some staff members in the hallway directing traffic. They will enter into those designated doors and walk down our main hallway to Peterson Auditorium. Our building is set up so that we have two distinct areas within the building. We have our parts of the building that are up the ramp, and then we have parts of the building that are down the ramp as well. We like to think of our school building as a community. As such, we have labeled all of our hallways with road signs. These signs will help you find your way, and these maps that will be provided on the first day of school will provide those street names as well. Some of the main locations within the building include the front office, which is on Lighthouse Way. Our guidance or student services office is on Ludington Avenue. And our cafeterias, the North Gym is on Water Way because it's on the way to the pool. And the main gym is on Ludington Avenue as well. Let's take a look at each of these hallways and what might be in them. As we mentioned before, Lighthouse Way is at the front of our building and contains the OJ office, the OJ reception window, and a number of our math classes. Teachers like Mrs. Klein, Mrs. Bertucci, Mr. Morgan, Mrs. Jensen, Mr. Anderson, and Mrs. Schindeldecker have their classrooms on Lighthouse Way. Sand Dune Road connects to Lighthouse Way and contains our science classes. Mr. Nichols and Mrs. Erickson have their classrooms on Sand Dune Road. James Street is the other main hallway in our up the ramp area of the school building. James Street has a number of different classrooms on it, including Mrs. Keeler, Mrs. Gassaway, Mr. Skipper, Mrs. Quist, Mrs. Pomorsky, Mrs. Hatch, and Mrs. Luce. In the middle of our area up the ramp is Badger Avenue. The classroom that are on Badger Avenue really is just the library. So our library is the main attraction on Badger Avenue. Ludington Avenue is our main hallway in the building, and it connects the area that is up the ramp and the area that is down the ramp. Up the ramp on Ludington Avenue, you will find our OJ main gym, and down the ramp, you will find classrooms like Mr. Schoon, Mr. Lynch, Mrs. McWilliams in art, Mr. Lamb in industrial arts, our student services office, Mr. Plummer for choir, and Mr. Kuczynski for band. As you can see in this picture here, you can see why we have an up the ramp and down the ramp area. The picture on the bottom right hand side of your screen shows what the ramp is. It truly is a ramp that goes up and down. As a side note, all of the classrooms up the ramp have an address or a classroom number that begins with the number 100. For example, the office is 102. All of the classrooms down the ramp have an address or a classroom number that starts with a number 200. For example, Mr. Schoon's classroom is room number 210. Down the ramp, there are 3 small hallways that jut off to the right as you are walking towards the high school. The first hallway from the main office down the ramp is Pierre Marquette Street. Pierre Marquette Street contains some of our social studies classes. Mr. Teskey and Mrs. Siegert's classes are down this hallway. The second hallway down the ramp that OJ students will access is Marina Court. Marina Court is home to Mr. Riley, Mr. Knoll, and Mrs. Helminski. The last of our 3 small hallways down the ramp is Great Lakes Boulevard. Great Lakes Boulevard is the home to Mrs. Keeson and Mrs. Skipper, and when we have our French classes, Madame Schaup is down this hallway as well. On Thursday, September 3rd at 11 a.m., our 8th grade student mentors will host a question and answer session for all of our new 6th graders to join. This has been shared via our power announcer system. The link for the meeting has been shared via email. Please check that, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you, and go O's.